Hope you
Good
had a
morning.
fantastic weekend.
Yes.
We're going to talk about our weekend sales and those whole escapades of what happened, as well as share our sales with you all. Just 26 going out, which is not a lot for a weekend.
Yeah. Usually we're at 30 or more.
Yeah, usually 30 or more. But something tells me we did not sell anything like overnight on any of
Mm-hmm.
these nights. So something tells me eBay's doing some stuff on the back
Must be.
end.
Must be eBay's
So,
problem.
um, but before we get started, my name is Aaron,
I'm Amber.
and we are full time resellers. We go live Monday through Thursday to talk reselling with you all out there. So, obviously, this time of year we are slowing down considerably, but we
Yes.
had a surprise pop up community sale, and it was actually two separate communities. Now, granted, they were on like the complete opposite sides of the city, so they weren't like you can go to one and then go to the other.
Mm-hmm.
But
Choose wisely.
yes, so it started at 8. We got there at about 7:20,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody was open early.
Right.
And
And all of the people were there.
yeah, that was the problem. I think ultimately they had 8 addresses listed that were going to be open and running.
Mm-hmm.
We only went to 4
Yeah.
when we were there, and it was just strictly because it was so busy, and then the 4 were not open, and we weren't about to wait around
No.
because it was just
Chaos.
chaos in there. And so it almost feels like we're over the community sales where it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be like super competitive
Mm-hmm.
and to a point to where it might make sense for us.
To like let them go ahead and fight it out at the community sale, and we need to find the onesie twosies
Yes, and just
nearby that no one's going to be at.
yeah, let that vacuum suck
Mm-hmm.
those people in, and then go to the ones outside of it, and then
Yeah.
just be ahead.
And then find the ones that are not listed.
Yeah, because
So
it just seems like that it's more
it
enjoyable.
was hawkish. Like I felt bad for the person that was running one of those sales. There were a ton of cars at one house that had more signs to it, but they weren't open yet. So we avoided that one because a lot of people were waiting on it, and we waited at a house in the back of the neighborhood that had like one on this side of the street and one on this side. No one was open yet, but we just kind of parked and waited. And he started setting up his table down at the driveway, and we were just waiting, see when he was bringing out his bins. He put out two blue vases and tons of car like these people in the cars that ended up waiting.
Yeah, they just came out like they
Yeah.
just drove by at that particular moment and
Yeah.
they got out instantly. So
And
it's like
ran
we
to
were
the
waiting the
table.
whole time to get in,
Yeah. To
but
try to get first on that, but
they just
he
parked
wasn't
and they
even
pulled
ready.
out and they weren't even ready. They didn't have anything
Yeah.
out, and it's
And
just
then to
like
have like five people exit their vehicle at the same time, run to the table, and then just stand there staring at the
so we
guy.
just left.
It's like,
So
okay, we're
we
not
left
playing this
this. It's
game.
like
It's
okay, this is
obnoxious.
just it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So we did okay for what it was. We
Hmm.
went to a few other garage sales. We only picked up one item at that community sale, by
Yeah.
the way. So totally, that's where it's like,
It's a
okay, is this
busto.
really worth it?
No.
And was it the community's fault or was it just the situation? I just think when you have lower participation across the board,
Right.
you're going to suck all of them in
Yeah.
a vacuum to one location to where it just ends up becoming very unpleasant.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I think it's better to just pivot and go
I'm
to
out.
other options.
I'm out.
Now, what we did the best at was actually so when we left and went to the final community sale, we were
Hmm.
kind of like in a weird, unusual part of town that we would never really be in,
Hmm.
and so we just took back roads home towards to a local Goodwill on the way home. But in the process of doing that, we ran into
An estate sale.
a state sale that was privately ran.
Hmm.
We bought a bunch of Bibles from there. We bought a combo unit that's like a record version
Hmm.
and a couple dolls that are older. And that ended up being the best part of our trip.
Yeah.
Was this at 11:30, take the back roads for an estate sale that just was not well advertised, and it wasn't on my
Yeah.
list. There was another garage sale too, but it looked like they shut
Shut down
down
before
before
we
we
got
got
there.
there. Uh, but I just think it comes to show you like if we would have just sped up the whole process, we would have been earlier at the
Hmm.
estate sale, and it could have even been better than what we.
But it's just you never know.
You just
You
never
just
know. That's the other aspect of it. You never know. But it's one of those things too where at this point in time, like we did so much driving on
yeah.
Saturday that I don't think it was worth it.
No.
Friday was a complete bust because our local bargain hunt, which they're open every
They're
Friday,
doing new
this
bins every Friday until Christmas or something.
which is great,
Yeah.
but we didn't get anything.
No.
They just didn't have anything that
Worth
made
getting.
any sort of sense. So
Into our sales. What did we sell?
um, not a great not a great
Sourcing weekend.
sourcing weekend for us on our side. But we did have 26 sales, lower than normal, but we did start with a really good one. And this is a leather
Harley
Davidson jacket.
women's like pink detail.
We did get this from a community sale, but it
Yes.
was late on the community sale.
Yes, it was.
When we came back the second time through, they had like 2 Harley
Yeah.
Davidson things and another thing. They wanted like 70 for both, and I was able to get this and another one for just 50.
Right.
And taking one of them out because it wasn't something that I think we would be able to really sell.
Yeah.
But that one sold one to $49.95 plus shipping, and we didn't have it for a long time.
Right.
So that's unusual for us. Whenever we usually get clothing items,
It's kind of, especially like more expensive jackets sit
Yes.
a little bit.
it takes a while for it to sell. Next up, we have Estee Lauder. This is beautiful perfume body lotion. We had 4 of these. We've sold one
Yeah.
already. 2 were separating, so we
Right.
lotted those together in a separate lot. But this is the last one of the good ones that sold. $53.95 plus shipping on that. Next up, this is a Popular Mechanics wrench. And this one went to a repeat buyer, so I don't know if it's somebody that bought one of our other wrenches, but $9.99 plus shipping on that. This needs its own video for the ugly hat edition.
Go Packers.
Sorry, sucky hat. Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers, $16 plus shipping on that one. And for whatever reason, it took me a while to find that one this morning, but
It's hiding from you.
we got it.
Sure, anger towards them.
Next up, we have Mama's Family. This is a DVD set series, and that sold for $29. I wouldn't have done that.
Well, I did. Like to open things.
$29.95 plus shipping on that one. We've had it for a little while. It is
Yeah.
larger, so
Did you used to watch this?
no,
We watched this growing up.
no, I did not.
Yeah, it was funny. She's crazy.
I could have gathered that information. This is a
Hey, good morning,
Lancome
Josh.
multi-vital night cream. 0.5 ounces, sold for $17 plus shipping.
All right. Was this at our buy?
Yeah,
Or-
that was part of a buy.
Okay.
And we are fully clear on our
Right.
$700 purchase. So
Yep.
everything we show at this
Estee Lauder.
today
Yeah.
and moving forward is all pure profit.
Nice.
My local
Goodwill.
G will, no, I don't want to give them any credit, does not know to
Hey,
price up
welcome.
toners yet. So I will enjoy it while it lasts. $48.99 plus shipping on this toner that I
Yeah.
paid $5 for.
Nice. And it sold fast. You just got it last week.
Yes, it did. Our final batch of
You will see no more of these.
our snowmen.
Do we have
blow
Santas?
molds. We have Santas.
Okay.
We have no more snowmen. These
Yeah.
are the last set of 10, and they sold for $15 plus shipping.
That was a good purchase
Yes.
last year.
Slow and steady, but it's been steady
Yeah.
for the snowmen, not the Santas. The Santas don't like
Yeah.
to sell very often. This is a Hello Kitty sandwich maker grill panini press thingy.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know if this. So the people that love Hello Kitty, they're crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a grown woman that was my age,
See?
and she was driving in an SUV that had Hello Kitty on the side, and then she had Hello Kitty
I mean, it's cute.
seat
Yeah.
covers.
It's pink.
And I like, is the person that bought this gonna actually use it,
I don't know.
or are they just gonna put it on a shelf and look at it because they like Hello Kitty and they couldn't fathom using it? I don't know. $35 plus shipping. Just blows my mind what people will buy, but people will buy Hello Kitty stuff.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for Hello Kitty stuff. This is Blue's Clues, a lot of 2 VHSs. We haven't had these for very long. They sold for $14.95 plus shipping. One of them was worth decent money. The other one was not worth anything. So I just paired the two together to help it sell at that rate. Next up, we have a Briar's horse.
Oh, look, it's got braids.
Yep. And this Tennessee Walker model.
It is a little banged up, but
Yeah, it's seen better days.
yeah.
But these things are always very desirable. $15 plus shipping on the Briar horse.
Okay.
Picked this up at a recent
Reseller garage sale.
reseller garage sale. I paid $15, sold for $30 plus shipping basically, and
It was fast.
it did sell fast. That was the only reason why I bought it. Is it still worth it? I don't know. It was sealed. I don't know.
Easy to list, easy to ship. So
It is. That's about where it ends. I'm gonna make $10 off of it,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's worth it.
Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover makeup.
Creamy vanilla was the type.
The shade.
$35 plus shipping on that one. And it was sold in pretty quickly. We have 5 more of these. So this is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Black Mascara and Lash Primer Plus.
Yep.
Sold for $18 plus shipping. Glad to finally see this go because I was getting all kinds of lowball offers and nobody would be willing to pay the full price. I did get it. It's a
Barbie
patio
dream.
Barbie set, and the patio does fold out like a futon kind of thing.
Nice.
$19.95 plus shipping, sold via promoted listing.
So I bought this whole.
I was gonna spare you.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I bought this whole Barbie lot at a community sale, and it was like a big box of them, and she had like the printout of like all of it set up. And when I went to pay for it, she's like, "Oh yeah, look, I had this on eBay." I'm like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
And then that was all that he sold on it. So
threw the
I didn't
rest
even
away.
make money. I lost money on that buy.
Yes. But
So
lessons
it happens.
were learned. Lessons were learned. $14.95 plus shipping on the John Deere wall mount bottle opener. I just thought it was
Yeah.
so cool, and I was like, I know somebody's gonna want this.
Yeah, it
So
was.
I think I got it for $1.
Yep.
And
Pretty cool.
pretty happy with that. Next up, this is a new inbox Black & Decker coffee maker, and it comes with the cup and everything.
Yeah, that's cool. Brew and go.
$13.95 plus shipping.
Not much money.
I mean $34.95 plus
Oh,
shipping.
okay.
Excuse me.
I was like, hold on.
Excuse me. We paid $10 at a local thrift store, and so not too shabby. This one also came from Goodwill, and every one of them were broken in some way,
He
shape, or
was so
form.
excited to bring these home.
And
And then I said, they're all broke. Look at the fingers. They're broke off.
yeah, I love this. I love
It's
the
missing a
Simpsons.
character.
It's missing 2 characters. Those are 2 seats.
Oh.
So Bart and Lisa are missing, but I priced
People
them
want 'em.
lower. People still were
He's
interested.
missing a bunch of fingers. 3
Yeah.
fingers.
I took a lot
Gone.
of pictures.
How'd you not see that?
I have no
With
idea.
these holes.
Google goggle eyes. I don't
Simpsons,
know.
Bye. So we
20
have other ones. like this.
$25 plus shipping.
If you would like a broken Simpsons statue, we have them, and look in our store.
Yes. I would have not bought them if I knew they were broke.
Yeah.
By the way.
Were you too embarrassed to take them back?
sort
Oh,
of.
they're all broke.
$19.95 plus shipping on the large jumbo Christmas bulb. We've had this. No, I took the battery.
I
out.
was just making sure.
$19.95 plus shipping. We were getting a ton of offers and interest in this, and they were like $10.
Yeah.
My budget's $20, and so I can offer $12 and 25 cents.
Because shipping.
And it's like, no, sorry. And eventually somebody came in and paid full price. It did go via promoted listing though.
Okay.
Um,
Harold and Mead
yep. It's a VHS.
Mod.
It's got a rip on the bottom, so I make sure that I said tear in the
Yeah. and the seal.
title and explain that on the bottom, but it still is considered to be new. $14.95 plus shipping on that one. Keepsake ornament, not ornament, but it's like a tinsel light setting
Yeah.
thingy.
Tree. Yeah.
$11 plus shipping on that one. We've had it for a while. Somebody sent that offer, and I was like, sure.
Let's do
Now's the time.
Deal.
Halloween can sell year round,
Might be easy.
and
There you go.
we haven't had this for a long time. Probably got it listed about a month before Halloween, and nobody took a swing on it before Halloween. But I did list this with the video, which I think helps.
Yeah.
And it sold $41 plus shipping. We got 2 of these at a sale, and one of them worked and one of them didn't, which is why you got to get your buy cost low. Because I
Yes.
think we paid 10 for both.
Okay.
And so basically you'll allocate 5 for each. But since
Mm-hmm.
the other one didn't work, you can look at it as we just got one working one for 10.
Yeah.
And still
You
did
just
fine.
threw the other one out.
Just threw the other one away because
Not worth it.
it's not worth selling. This is an Estee
Eye
Lauder eye pencil. It's a brown color, $20 plus shipping on that one.
Crazy.
Crazy as in that's like surprising it sold for that much?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I just didn't
To
know.
me. But I don't use it, so.
US Kids Golf. This is a 4 hybrid. And we've had this for a while. Someone sent an offer for $15 and took it. $15 plus shipping on the hybrid. And this one, I love picking up Furbies at garage sales because my kids love the Furbies.
And so do you.
I do like working with these kind of things, and they're funny and they're silly and goofy. But this one, unfortunately, did not work.
Bummer.
And so I listed them for parts.
You kind of hear the rattle.
I don't know if that's I think that might be the screws.
Mm.
But there was battery corrosion on it, and I could not get it to work. So it took an offer $9 plus shipping on the Furby.
Is that it?
And then the last one,
That?
yes, is this lot of ornaments that we put together that were really not worth anything on their own. Like, you know, a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. I'm not going to put in the effort. Someone bought the lot of 7 for $12.50 plus shipping.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to be done.
So, yeah. Even though they're Hallmark ornaments, they don't always go for a lot.
No, and so we bought these. We paid $1 each, and I picked all the interesting ones. We did make money on the ones that were Cinderella themed.
Yeah. This one?
No, they were like all Barbie.
Barbie. Okay.
Hallmarks were.
This one's a cute little bell with Polar Express bell. That's neat.
Yeah.
And we got some Winnie the Pooh and Rugrats.
So this is kind of almost recouping our
buy cost.
Buy cost on it because none of
Okay.
them really. And also, I learned a little bit
Yeah.
that just the Hallmark ornaments that seem to do well are like
Animated.
limited edition. Like I've seen a random one that was Harry Potter that sold for like $40. The animated ones seem to do pretty well. But when you get to like the old ones, I just think they must have been just so overly mass produced that they're not very desirable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of them have years on them too. Like the ones with years seem to not do well.
Grandson, the sports ones
Yeah.
seem to all be bad.
$19.99.
I always will look those up at a thrift
Yeah.
store for like, but I'm not going to do it at a
Right.
garage sale. I almost look at thrift stores as like they are an education
And at this
now.
at this sale, they had really bad internet connection, so we were just taking swings.
Yes.
But we did really well at that one. We had like a vacuum. Do we still have that vacuum?
Kirby, no, we sold that.
Yeah. So we had a bunch of interesting things there.
But yeah, so the sales were down this weekend. The garage sales were down as well. But I can't
It's
complain because it's like we got something.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like we actually had a really good time because we didn't have their kids with us. They were at the. I'm not saying I don't like having the kids, but what I'm saying
We
is
used the time wisely. Like
it was like a date.
That's how he thinks.
Yes.
I enjoyed spending time with you, but I
Yes.
wouldn't consider it a date.
Yes, it was
that
a date.
doesn't count.
In my mind, it was a
It
date.
doesn't.
So check box.
No, false. You're not getting off that easy. That's a no.
But we had the right mindset because I will say like
We
a
were
lot of
expecting
times
to bring nothing home.
a lot of times I think if your expectations are high, like our Florida trip, our expectations were high, but that was because the cost of going down there with the rental car, the hotel, and everything was really high.
Right.
So when we did not like meet
Bring
the
as much home.
expectations,
To cover the cost of the trip.
we were very disappointed.
Right.
So it just goes to show, like, I think if you can lower your expectations, you'll always be happy, honey.
There you go.
That's what I always tell you.
That is not a date. I'm sticking by it.
Lower your expectations to say that is a date.
That is
and
not
then
happening.
everything will be great.
No.
Yes. As far as today is concerned, we got,
I have to ship.
yep.
We have school. You're going to take him to piano. I mean, it's just normal house stuff for me. I won't do anything else eBay except for shipping.
Yeah. We don't have a ton to list. I did list a lot of stuff on Saturday. I finished the makeup, except for some that I need her to look at just from is it used or how to list this stuff, that kind of thing. So I don't have a ton of inventory to list. I'm probably going to almost get through it all today or...
You're going to make up some like video game things or anything?
I mean, that'll probably be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it is getting a little bit bleak. I do have a couple lots of things that I've been sitting aside over the last few months of stuff that's tedious, smaller, not higher dollar items, but it'll be listings that I can do whenever we get to that point. I don't think I'm quite to that point. That'll probably be next week, but it just that's probably where we're at because I would imagine it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. All right.
For the sourcing aspect of it as we go. So
we are in the dead zone time.
yes.
All right, so that is our
Not
Monday.
officially dead zone. I'd say Christmas and New Year's
for
is
sure.
like completely dead zone. Then you start to crawl yourself out of that little hole that you dug yourself into.
So we will see you back tomorrow morning.
Yep. See you back tomorrow morning. Hope you all have a great day. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Maybe.